One of the numbers I've heard are all about the riprap, and clearly that's the majority of the work. The question I have, the property that has been repaired, particularly obviously my backyard, I'm not sure that was sort of quality, but I'm not sure that was quality work. So my question is, as part of the phase 3, are we looking at restoration of some of the poor workmanship, I'll call it workmanship on the property?
Part of one of the items that I want to talk to Quality Enterprises about today is phase 3, which includes riprap, dock repair, dock removal of the sack bags, refilling of the riprap around the docks, filling sinkholes in people's backyards, some sod repair, maybe some irrigation repair. So you're right. When we focus on riprap, because that's the singular largest item, it should include everything else that we found defective on phase 1. So, well, I think I have a pretty good handle on those things. I don't know that I have a complete handle. So if there are specific defects that homeowners have, we'd love to hear about them so that we get them into. We'd like to hear about them so we get them into phase 3.
I can tell you this, we're calling from memory. I remember reviewing Josh's detailed line item estimate. And Josh, maybe it's better if you describe it, but in general, the line item estimate includes riprap, obviously construction, labor, it includes soil, it includes sod, it includes fabric, and it covers a variety of items that all were involved in phase 1. Essentially, every item in phase 1 was covered. Do you want to expound on that at all? Does that satisfy you? I mean, it definitely does include pretty much everything that happened in phase 1, just making sure that what wasn't right is not right, or will be right. As an example, there's not a lot of money in it for Hidden Harbor riprap repair because Hidden Harbor is great. Zero.
I guess maybe a follow-up to that, will there be an inspection of the properties while I think the workmanship might be, somewhat less than satisfactory, is there going to be an inspection of the property, with the homeowners?
One of the things I was hoping to do, since I've been here for 10 days, was to actually go out on my boat and do a property by property inspection. I believe this has already been done, but I am not familiar with it. I do not know if we can do that as a group without violating sunshine laws, but obviously if it was a fact-finding verification view, that would be positive for everyone. And then also, I wanted to speak to one item too. This is a clarification, basically from last meeting as well. We are speaking about a change order for a company that we have not even gone into a contract with. So we are making an assumption as a board that since that we will be able to come to an agreement on phase 2 with quality. Everything at this point points that direction as being favorable. And we are assuming that since quality would be here, there would not be a mobilization charge, which is a tremendous charge in a project like this, to begin phase 3, as all their personnel, all their equipment would already be on site. However, just a clarification, none of that from a phase 3 standpoint may happen with quality. Our timing does not require that to happen at the same time as phase 2. The whole purpose of this is to save the tremendous amount of money that will be involved in the bond and the fees from the county to do that one time. And also, obviously, we're coming to you one more time with our hat in our hands. We only want to do that one time. So that's what we're looking to establish here.
I also have a comment on your question. The phase 3 scope of work right now is not completely defined like phase 1 or phase 2. The reason for that is we are in the process right now of searching and obtaining a new engineer record. The quotes are due tomorrow. So by the next meeting, I truly hope to have an engineer record identified and approved at the next meeting such that their number one priority on day one is going to be develop a scope of work for the phase 3 repair. And that's going to include, obviously, walking the property, talking with Josh Evans, talking with the homeowners, if available, et cetera, to get a clear understanding so a clear scope of work can be developed, so that we can then go and get immediately quotations for the phase 1 repairs, or phase 3 as it's now called.
After an hour and a half of dialogue, the one thing I'm a little confused is the fact that you mentioned originally how great a job Heritage Bay received. Do we ever try to duplicate what they did? In other words, they have had it done the right way.
Yes, in fact, that's pretty much what I've been saying. We're duplicating it almost exactly.
With the same people, same companies?
Quality Engineers did the riprap installation, Quality Enterprises, and then they had, their parties were Infomark as a management company, and Just the Fair Cloth from Infomark. Number one. Number two, Quality Enterprises did the installation. Number three, and I'm just started dealing with this company, EPH, am I getting that right? CPH. CPH is their engineer in construction, who was also the construction manager. And then I talked with Mr. May, I believe, on their CDD board, and he was at he was at the Heritage Bay Umbrella Association. So to answer your question, I would say right now we're at about 75% aligned with what they did, and we hope to get an even higher percentage going forward. Obviously, success is a good thing to call.
All right, we're going to move on to update on financing assessments. Mark?
Yes, this is Clark Bennett. I have been speaking on your behalf with several banks. I have one bank in particular that has indicated to me that they can, within the next 2 weeks, present a term sheet. The bank is very, very familiar with the district. They already own some $14 billion worth of the district's debt, a refunding bond 2015. Interest rates are generally what they are. I'm just looking at a West Side CDD that was issued last week. It has a maturity similar to yours, and the quoted rate there, or the rate there, was posted as 3.90%. We would not know, however, what that rate would be until, as the bank often states, a couple of days before, maybe 2 days before the closing of the bond. They're not going to take any chances of surprise during a longer held period. If everyone is happy with the process so far, I will continue to work with this bank, and if I could find somebody who is even more willing to step in and offer funding, then I would be back with the different committees.
If I have a question, this is Tim speaking,
Yeah.
and I just have a question for Kathleen and you. As I've been trying to get up to speed, I've been reviewing past minutes and looking at agreements, and I was concerned last year from the March 5th, 2018 meeting, Greenberg Traurig increased their fee by $11,000. That did get negotiated down. My concern is that we don't get held captive by one bank or any party for that matter, and the $11 numbers go up. With that in mind, another question, that requires some clarification for myself relates to our agreement with you, Clark Municipal Advisory Services, and an agreement dated November 20th, 2018, page 2, section 11, which defines your fee. It reads, for services rendered as outlined above, the municipal advisor shall be the sum of 500, written out in text, parentheses, $8,500 inclusive of expenses. So this was signed by Kathleen. My question is the fee 500 or is the fee 8,500? Regardless, I think we need to recast this agreement to properly reflect what
That
we're getting.
was already corrected.
Okay?
That was already
Corrected, if I'm not mistaken, sir, that was corrected in a subsequent proposal or subsequent letter by me, and the fee that I propose to charge is $8,500. That is for this transaction, and that is the fee. I cannot speak to bond counsel fee, except to say that I think he will probably charge the same fee that he charged last time, which was $38,500.
No, it's 48,500 from 37,500.
Because
Yes,
Tim, the bond had to be refunded, so we basically had to do the same thing twice.
I see, okay. I just want to make sure that we close up, we're spending a ton of money here all the way around, and I just want to make sure the community isn't bamboozled into spending more than we have to, that's all.
You're certainly entitled to feel that way, and I understand completely why you do. I'm looking at the cost of issuance detail from the 2018 refunding bonds, and bond counsel fee was $38,500. Mine was $8,500. Other fees, district council, trustee council, and so forth, are probably going to be the same because it's approximately the same size transaction. I can't speak to the other attorneys when they quote me the fee. What I try to do is be, I try to be as aggressive and proactive in keeping the cost down as possible. That's one of my responsibilities.
Sure. Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Well, thank you for asking.
Are there any points on this transaction? Is the bank charging any points?
Cool. I will not know until we get the term sheet. When we get the term sheet, they would outline, among other things, whatever charges they were going to make. A different bank, the bank who did the refunding for in 2018, the bank fee, they charged a fee of, they had an amendment fee of $3,000. There was a debt service reserve that they required. I give them understand that this bank, when it takes the proposal, will probably also include a debt service reserve. But, those are all negotiable issues when we see exactly what they're due for.
This is Jared, that's from a schedule standpoint. I realize this is an aggressive schedule, but Wes and I were talking, and I think we spoke with Steve Hanford and whatnot, and we were thinking maybe have the April 16th meeting where we can start the assessments, maybe approve the term sheet, and then come back to the same time frame to levy the assessment and issue the bond. That time frame still sounds correct to you, or?
It's really, I think, always in my court now to press for a term sheet. The last communication I had with this particular bank was with certain other information, including an engineering study and a final decision as to what the costs are. It's very difficult for them to give us a bid without knowing exactly what the costs are. And a few other items which I have gathered since then, they think they can do us a term sheet in a week or two.
Okay. And at the same time, assuming that Kathleen's office would discuss have some sort of shortfall in your support to approve the assessment. Okay, just
Just to let you know, Mike, that, we contacted Josh last week, let him know that the bank's going to require an updated, I mean, it will be a very similar engineer report, so what was done for the first phase, but obviously updated for the issues that have come up since. So he's already saying that he's working on that. As far as our assessment methodology, it's going to be almost identical to the one that we did for the first phase. Assuming that we're still doing with the $3.3 million total construction cost, the bond itself actually is very similar in total amount. So those won't take much to update. We should be able to have all that ready by the April 16th meeting, assuming that we get the term sheet back to the bank and the bank has any additional information they need to get us that term sheet here within the next week or so.
that's great, Mike. Thanks for being proactive about all that.
No problem.
Mike, do you have any comps as to what has been sold in the last 30 to 60 days? I'm just looking at a 3.9 rate, which I thought was kind of high.
I think that's what he said.
I think he was asking for comps on what had been sold in the last 30 days, and I think that 3% bar comes to mind that you just said.
Yeah, it was called Westside Community Development District. It was issued on March 22nd. It was a community development district like yours, a built-out community development district. The total par amount of the bond issue was $3,230,000. The maturity was the 10-year maturity, which is what this bank is probably going to offer you, and that interest rate was at 3.90. That coupon was at 3.90.
What I'd like,
Again, the most recent.
what I'd like then is a motion from the board to move forward with financing at the $3.3 million plus fund closing expenses, and to bring forward a term sheet if possible for the April 16th meeting.
I would make that motion.
Is there a second?
One second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Next item is discussion regarding creation of committees. Do you want to give a background on your committees, and then Jared will go into the laws and acting
Okay, as I previously mentioned at past meetings, my interest is in the creation of 3 basic committees. They would be subject to the sunshine laws, and they are Finance Committee, Engineering and Maintenance Committee, and Strategic Planning Committee. They would assist the board in specific matters and specific tasks such that we would be able to be more responsive and more accurate in what we do. There's a tremendous amount of resources and expertise in the quarry, and it is our goal to utilize that expertise to help the community be better. And so go ahead, Jared.
Yes, Jerry? Good. This is Tim. You've read the email I sent to Wes. You were copied, you responded, if you've seen that. Maybe I might want to provide a little preamble, what our discussion was, the implication for this meeting. Okay, George, if you permit me, then Jerry can elaborate, but I'll just kind of give you an overview of my communications to Wes. I basically said to Wes that, in my process about committees, goal, certainly as a board member subject to the sunshine laws, I wanted to do everything in our power to make sure that the volunteers that sign up to help us are free to do as much as they possibly can and avoid being encumbered by any requisite sunshine laws. My recommendation that I presented to Wes was that rather than the board officially making a motion or a resolution to appoint official funding committees, that we might be better served to make it known to the public that we need assistance in these various areas and that we need their talents and skills in helping us. And so I also added, and it's very important that whatever committee or whatever volunteer offers to help us, that we they understand what the mission and what the goals are. As I said to Wes, my goal is to get things done as quickly and efficiently as possible within the framework of the various statutes. And Wes's response was, you're absolutely right, basically. You're correct. Board should not formally appoint an official committee. And Jerry's had a chance, he's read both responses, and this, I'll just go over to you, Jerry, to kind of pick up where I left off.
Yeah, happy to do it, Tim. Just so you all understand the backdrop for Florida law, as you know, Florida law has some of those extreme laws when it comes to sunshine laws, public records, and all the rest of it. And once you have your board formalize a committee, all the laws that apply in the context of sunshine laws and public records, kick in. And what that means for this community is that there's going to be additional expense and sort of formalization and procedure that you have to follow when you're actually trying to do your business. So if, for example, you had appointed a committee that studies some aspect of the project, and you have that formalized, that committee, the committee members really aren't supposed to talk to each other outside of a publicly noticed committee meeting. Minutes have to be kept, records have to be kept. Their records become public records that then have to be maintained. You're going to want to have a manager there to make sure everything is going in accordance with law. Arguably, you probably want to have your lawyer there as well.
No, you don't. Please. You don't have to have a manager there.
Yeah, and so that sort of becomes the issue. The flip side is, the less you formalize it, if you don't have formal committees and instead you say, hey, community members, would you all go out and give us your thoughts on this, that, or the other, you may have less control over that process, but you won't have to incur all the expense and sort of, the compliance issues you would have with the more formal committee. So that was kind of a conversation we had with Tim. Certainly you can scale back some of that. If you don't want to have counsel there, your manager, you feel like you can come to the minutes and do all those things, and that's fine. But it certainly creates some risk and some logistical challenges, and I think that's kind of the point. But open to hear your suggestions. And of course, if you do want to move forward with the committee process, that's fine. We're happy to support you, guide you in that direction. But I think just weigh in consideration whether that's really the process that you feel like you need to go through.
Okay, just to clarify one point, you do not need a manager there. I've already cleared all of the rules with Wes, and he told me we don't need a manager there as long as we follow the sunshine laws and take notes and publish the meetings and follow the normal decorum for a meeting, that would be adequate. And the reason I was very specific about that was the issue of cost, because obviously we don't want to double our management costs by having a requirement for the manager to be there for these committee meetings. The intent was to have the meetings on the first Monday, the committee meetings on the first Monday, and a formal board on the third Monday. So with that, I just want to make sure everybody understands that this would be subject to the sunshine laws, but it would be under the direction of the board, number one. The board would have specific directives regarding finance, engineering, and maintenance, and strategic planning. Number two, it would involve all the parties that are key players, namely the QCA, Golf Club, potentially Heritage Bay, and definitely the Heritage Bay Umbrella Association. They could all be active participants, and in that way we can integrate everyone's efforts, we can come to a consensus much more quickly, and we can make sure that we're not duplicating costs or duplicating efforts, etc. So that was my intent. However, it sounds like there may be some different ideas, so maybe what we need to do is just table this whole effort for today and have everyone think about this topic and move forward, or unless somebody else has another idea. So we should have go ahead.
Yeah, if I have a consensus to table,
And which date is that?
They wanted to switch to the third Mondays of the month. Originally, I think you said 11, but we can't do that because we have a conflict. So we can
I see.
switch to the third Mondays, but it would need to be no earlier than 1. And also, when I did the request for dates, 2 or 3 of you could not make that first meeting in May on the 20th.
Two is not an issue, but three is an issue. So two can miss it. So we would have to commit to the dates that we propose.
I think that,
Well, right now, I'm committed, this is Tim, May the 6th, May the 20th, but I, let's settle the times. I just made airline reservations to fly back for the June 8th meeting. I have it down at 1 o'clock. I thought this was a foregone conclusion, and I have non-refundable tickets now. So we need to get this thing figured out, so.
I think the only problem I had was the third Monday in May, because I had eye surgery on that particular day, which I had moved from 2 weeks before to get that in, so I didn't have a problem on the 6th.
Can I make a suggestion? I know we've got a number of meetings that are set up here. If we meet on the 16th, it's usually about 45 days to post notice and send out the mail notice and all the rest. Do you think if y'all are aiming for May 20th, I don't know if that's enough time. I mean, it sounds like we probably have to have our assessment hearing maybe a week or two after that. But maybe there's other business y'all are going to take up on that day too.
We have not changed the schedule yet. You're still on record
Got it.
for May 21st, which is Tuesday. I'm
I
trying to
see.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a date right now that we get at least 3 people. Somebody else could make May 20th. Who's there?
I can make the 20th or the 21st.
We got you, Tim. Who's sitting here?
Okay.
I have some difficulty, but I could dial in if I had to.
Let me ask you this. Is it better to stick to the 21st, which is the Tuesday when they're scheduled right now?
I'm committed elsewhere. I think what we gotta do is we have to lock down 3 people for sure. And if we're gonna put out some dates, let's see who can commit to those dates, and as long as you've got 3, we can go with it. If you have 3 folks for May 20th, go with it.
Well, I guess what I'm suggesting is you all want to move it back a week for the anticipated assessment process that might kick start on the 16th. Sure, that works for me. I can move it back a week. Okay.
Yeah, that would be good because the mail notice needs at least 30 days, and it's going to take us a day or 2 after you actually approve it to make sure that we have it all ready to go and get out of the office. So, moving it back to you would give us plenty of time to get that done.
Okay. We all think it's the 28th then?
What are we talking about May now?
Yeah, let's say 28th. 28th.
Well, that's the Tuesday.
I think, yeah, that would be the Tuesday. I couldn't be there, no. Okay.
That's the day of tomorrow Day.
Tim, were you okay for the 20th? Because if you're okay, we have 4.
Hey, I'm okay all the week of the 13th, the entire week of the 20th, the entire week of the 6th. You know, the first 3 weeks of May, I'm wide open, so.
But you mean, what he's saying is you need 30 days. Everything goes out. What would be the best day, Michael, as far as when everything goes out to the next meeting?
All right, so we're having the meeting on April 16th. And then, so assuming everything is approved, the methodology gets approved and everything's ready to go, we can start trying to get everything out on the 17th and 18th, which means we need 30 days from that date to meet the requirement, which would put us May 18th is a Saturday. So I guess any time that week of the 20th we'll be cutting close, but, I guess next time we do that, we can get okay.
Yeah, I'd give yourself a little more time, but I mean, if we had to do the 20th, I'm sure we could. It's just-
Yeah, I would prefer like closer to like Thursday the 24th, that Thursday or Friday, just to make sure we don't have any issues. I mean, we're running our machine, we've got to send out record letters. And
Gentlemen, this is Lloyd. This is Lloyd, sorry to interrupt you, but
Is
after,
your conflict, is that the week of the 26th? Is that the entire week, or are you back the week of the 2nd?
gentlemen, if you could hold off a second, this is Lloyd.
So,
Take-
I'm flying back in summer months, so.
Hold on, everybody.
Hold on.
Those of you on the phone, you're talking over the board members who are here.
Hold-
Can you just
hold-
hold on a second?
If you could listen to this, time is the least thing we have on our hands right now. We have a November 1st date to meet. The last thing we need to do for convenience is to push anything back a week. We all need to perform, and we all need to perform quickly. So the question is, can what is needed to be sent out be done in 2 days? So that we can meet on the 20th as originally planned.
The 20 and 21 and 22 sound like the preferred days from the standpoint of the 30-day period. So, because you said it was the 18th was on a weekend, so it would be the 20, 21, and 22. Who could be here on 20, 21, and 22? Do we have 3 people? Raising hands, we have myself, we have Lloyd. We need one more person to be here on 20, 21, and 22. Tim?
I can be here on the 24th.
No, 20, 21, and 22. Can you be there on 20, 21, and 22?
Well, it is for noticing purposes. Honestly, I know that it's not a big for Mike and Kathleen, but that's a lot to put on your manager to run 900 letters in 2 days, especially given that we're just getting the financing term sheet probably, and all this would be very, very tight. I think Mike's suggestion about maybe moving it later in the week would be.
Okay. Okay. Who can be here on 23 and 24? I have Lloyd hand up. I have 2. Bill's 2. I cannot be here on 23, 24. Stan? Stan is a no. Tim?